Hello and welcome everybody. My name's Emma and welcome to day 1 of your 5-day introductory series into yoga. So this is perfect for beginners who want to take the first steps into getting into yoga and may not know where to begin. So yoga can help you with things like strength, endurance, flexibility and mobility. It can also do things like decrease shoulder and neck pain and back pain, but it can also help you with a more peaceful mind and things like relaxation as well. I've been practicing yoga now for over 13 years and I've definitely noticed an increase in my mood and just in general a better vibe and a better state of mind. So with that being said, let's get started. So we're going to start in a nice seated position like this, and you're going to close your eyes. Just take a little moment to check in. Feel the quality of your breath, noticing the quality of your mood, and just taking this moment to cool down a little bit and center. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose, and then breathe out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more deep breath. And then exhale. Beautiful. Now from here, just opening your eyes, I'm going to take a nice gentle twist. So I'm just going to get you to sit in a cross-legged position, not with the feet on top of each other, but just separate the feet so your feet are just facing each other. Take a breath in and you're going to reach the right arm up to the sky. And then exhale, you're going to take your right hand to your knee and then you're going to twist over, taking the left arm behind you, looking over your shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, 1. Breathe in. Exhale, 2. Breathing in. Exhale, 3. Breathe in. Exhale, 4. One more deep breath. Exhale, 5. Cool. Just release here. And then from here, you're going to reach the left arm up to the sky. Take a breath. Exhale, left hand to the right knee. And then twisting over. Looking over the shoulder. 5 deep breaths. Breathing in. Exhale, 1. Breathe in. Exhale, 2. Breathe in. Exhale, 3. Breathe in. Exhale, 4. One more deep breath. And then exhale, 5. Come back to center. Beautiful. We're going to side stretch now, taking your right hand over your head. Try not to round forward, okay? You want to keep your chest facing forward, just resting your other hand on the ground, just reaching over to the side. Try not to let your bottom lift up, but instead just leave your seat nicely grounded, just going as far as your flexibility allows you, just enough so you can feel that nice passive stretch. Just take a few breaths here, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. You may want to sink a little bit further if you can, but no stress. Exhale out. Breathe in. Exhale. Take a little breath here. Exhale, come back to center, reaching over to the other side. Left hand comes over. That's it. Spin the chest. Make sure you're sitting firmly down. You should feel the stretch along the side body here all the way to the glute. Breathing in. Exhale out. Breathe in. Exhale. As you breathe in, make sure you're breathing a nice full breath in. And then exhale. One more deep breath. And then exhale, come back to center. Well done. So now we're going to come to our hands and knees. Spreading the fingertips apart nice and wide. Making sure that the knees are just sitting under the hips. And now we're going to do cat and cow. So from here, just dropping the belly, arching the back, deep breath in. And then exhale, coming back the other way. Breathing in, drop the belly, arch the back, lift the chest up. Exhale, coming back the other way, moving the ribs in, rounding the back. Breathing in, drop the belly, arch the back. And then exhale, going back the other way, tucking the tailbone, pushing the ribs up towards the spine, taking that nice rounding. Then breathing in, lift the back chest up, looking forward. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone, coming back the other way. Beautiful. Come back to center, and now let's rest in a child's pose. So child's pose, the feet come together, separating the knees, so they're on the edges of the mat. Walk your hands forward, tuck your chin in, and just resting down for a moment. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out, roll the shoulders open, breathing in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale out. One more deep breath in. And then exhale. Beautiful. Come back to your hands and knees. And now we're going to work our way into a downward facing dog. Just again, making sure that the knees are under the hips and just spreading your fingertips apart nice and wide, okay? You don't want to take too much weight to the outer arch of your hand. You want to make sure you're pressing evenly through the hands, okay? Gripping with the fingertips. Then you're going to tuck your toes, lift up the legs for your downward facing dog, pressing the chest back. If you find that the heels of your feet are lifting up, you can bend your knees a little bit. You can walk them in a little bit if you want to, okay? So it's really up to you, but just not so far that the feet are all the way towards the hands. You want to have a nice distance between the feet and the hands. And it is also a good thing to leave the heels off the ground just to take the stretch in the back of the calves and the hamstrings. Bring the rib cage in and up. Roll your shoulders out. So really try hard not to tighten the shoulders in your downward dog. You want to roll those shoulders out and let your head drop. Beautiful. Sending the hips back and up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, 1. Breathing in. Exhale, 2. Breathing in. Exhale, 3. So downward facing dog is really good for opening the shoulders. It also is really good for your upper thoracic. It also helps to open out your hamstrings, your glutes, your calves, whole of the posterior chain or the back muscles. Take one more deep breath in. And then exhale, walk your feet halfway into the middle of the mat, and then you can bend your knees just a little bit and then just cradle the arms. If you want to go a little bit further with the stretch, you can work towards straightening the knees. Let the shoulders relax and just let your arms dangle for a moment. So we're just working on a forward bend here. With the forward bending, you want to work on the movement happening from here, the hips, okay? So the little bend between your legs and your tummy. Take a deep breath in, reaching the chest forward. Beautiful, guys. Exhale out. And now from here, you have the option to either hold on to your shins, your ankles, or if you can take your big toes if you can reach. And you can also bend the knees to get there if you want to as well. Take a deep breath in, lift up the chest. So when you lift the chest, really focus on lengthening the back. So you don't want to lift the chest and round. What you want to do is roll your shoulders back and lift the chest up. And then exhale, bend the elbows and folding forward. We're preparing our hamstrings for the rest of the practice. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, 1. Breathing in. Exhale, 2. Breathing in. Exhale, 3. Breathing in. Exhale, 4. One more breath. And then exhale, 5. Let go of the toes. And I'm going to get you to walk a little bit further to the top of the mat. Bring your feet together now. And now we're going to step your right foot back. So the right foot comes back. Exhale, drop the back knee to the floor and then untuck your toe. Alrighty, sitting up, holding onto the waist and then sinking down into your hips. We're preparing our hip flexors now. 5 breaths. Breathing in. Exhale, 1. Just moving your hip forward. Okay, so the left side of your hip should go back. The right side of your hip should go forward. And then sink down. Exhale, 2. Breathing in. Exhale, 3. Breathe in. Exhale, 4. Breathe in. Exhale, 5. Beautiful. From here, tuck your toe, lift up the leg, and then bring your foot forward. And now we're going to swap over. Left leg back. Beautiful, guys. Bring the back knee to the floor. As wide a stance as your flexibility allows you. And then sitting up, sink down into your hip. Good. Left side of the hip comes forward. Right side of the hip comes back. Sink down into your hip. You should feel the stretch coming up through the back leg, right up here, and that's the hip flexor. Exhale, 1. Breathing in. Exhale, 2. Breathing in. Exhale, 3. Breathe in. Exhale, 4. One more deep breath. Exhale, 5. Well done. We're going to step back now into downward facing dog just for a few breaths. Step back, roll the shoulders out, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. One more deep breath. And then exhale. Beautiful. Bring both knees to the floor. Bring your feet together. And then sit back to your child's pose just for a few breaths. Let your shoulders relax. Let the back lengthen. Take one deep breath here. And then breathe out. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to come back to our hands and knees. Tuck the toes. Lift up the legs for your downward dog. And then you're going to walk your feet halfway forward. And then bend your knees, rolling all the way up to standing. Beautiful. We're going to work on our triangle pose now. So you're going to take a big step out along your mat, facing this direction, making sure your toes are going to be pointing forward. You don't need to have a really wide stance here, okay? Just working at just a little bit wider than hip width apart for now. Holding onto your waist, and now you're going to pick up the right foot, okay? Then from here, the right foot is going to pivot, and you're going to push the right toes down, okay? Pushing into your back foot. Then from here, you're going to press your hip back and raise the back hip up, okay? Your chest is going to reach forward, the side of your body is going to lengthen, okay? Then from here, you can either rest your hand down on your shin, or you can take your hand to a block if you've got one there, turning your hip and your chest open, or just resting the hand down inside the leg. The top shoulder comes open, and you're going to look up towards the ceiling, reach your other hand up to the sky, okay? Try not to stick the hips out, but instead keep your hips in. Nice opening for triangle pose. Exhale, 1. Breathing in. Exhale, 2. Breathe in. Exhale, 3. Breathe in. Exhale, 4. One more deep breath. Exhale, 5. Press firmly into your feet. Stand all the way up. Keep the arms long. And now we're going to swap our feet over. So left foot comes up, push into the heel, turn the left toes forward. And then from here, you're going to tilt from the front of the hip, the back side of the hip comes up, okay? Keep your hips in and the side of the body lengthens. So option again is to either hold onto your shin or just slowly working the hand down. If you have a block available, you can always rest your hand on a block or on a set of books, whatever you've got there. Breathing in. Exhale, 1. Breathe in. Exhale, 2. Breathe in. Exhale, 3. Breathe in. Exhale, 4. One more deep breath. Exhale, 5. Beautiful. Press firmly into your feet, standing all the way up. Turn your foot inward, and then you're going to step back forward to the top of the mat. Well done. Feet together, and now we're going to stand in our Tadasana. So the big toes come together with the heels of the feet slightly separated. Bring your hands by the side of your hips, drawing the shoulders back, looking forward. Tailbone is tucked under, really consciously taking the shoulders back to open out that chest. Take a deep breath in, and then reach your hands up towards the sky, look up towards the thumbs. Exhale, folding forward. You can bend your knees or keep the knees straight. Take the hands to the ground, and then inhale, lift your chest up halfway. So that halfway lift to lengthen the spine as you breathe in, opening out the lungs, and then exhale, you're going to step back into that downward facing dog. Beautiful, guys. Take a little breath here, breathe in, breathe out. And then on an inhale, coming back to child's pose, bring the feet together, spreading the fingertips, pressing back. Take a little rest here. Take some time just to recenter, following your breath. And then from here, take a little breath in. And then come back to your hands and knees. Hands and knees. And then make sure that your knees are sitting under the hips. Or you can bring the knees together. So you can either have the knees hip width or together. It doesn't really matter. And then you're going to walk your hands forward like this. Keep your hips in the air, and we're going to come into a puppy pose. So sometimes people come to a child's pose, but it's actually a different stretch. It's called the puppy pose or a cat stretch. So you're going to press the forehead down. If you've got a block, you can just rest the head on a block, or you can rest your head on a pillow. And this is opening out your lats, a lot of the lower shoulder muscles, and it's opening out your thoracic as well. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, 1. Breathing in. Exhale, 2. Breathe in. Exhale, 3. Breathe in. Exhale, 4. One more deep breath. Exhale, 5. Beautiful. Sitting up, walk the hands back. From here, you're going to move forward and sit down. And then you're going to reach your feet forward, moving the flesh away from your hips. Flex the feet back. Sitting up tall. Press the hands down next to your hips. We're going to come to a seated forward bend, drawing the navel in and up and pushing your feet down. Take a deep breath in. Lengthen your whole body. Press the legs down, press the hands down, and then exhale. You're going to tilt forward, reaching the center of the chest forward, aiming to get the stomach towards the legs. If this is a little bit much for you, you can always lift up the knees if you like. You can also hug the knees in. This can make things a little bit easier. Or you can sit on a book or sit on a block, okay, to make things a little bit easier as well. Holding on to the toes if you can, or shins or ankles if you've got your legs straight, and just folding over. Taking 5 long deep breaths here. Breathing in. Exhale, 1. Breathe in, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, 2. Breathing in. Exhale, 3. Breathe in. Exhale, 4. One more deep breath. Exhale, 5. Beautiful. Rolling your way up. Wonderful, guys. Now we're going to come to our backs. So you're going to lie down. Rest your hands down and then send both legs up towards the ceiling. This is our half shoulder stand practice. You're just going to leave the legs in the air. And what this does is it takes a lot of the fluid and blood away from the feet. Okay, so it can stop things like puffy ankles. Our feet do a lot of the work a lot of the time, so it helps to rest the feet, draws blood to the lower part of the body. It's a very relaxing pose. Drawing your navel in, allow the shoulders and hands to relax. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. Allow yourself to settle and center. For some people, there could be a little bit of soreness just at the front of the leg here, and it's just the hip flexors working. Sometimes, if we're tight in our hip flexors or a little bit weak in the hip flexors, you can feel that contraction at the front of the legs. There's no need to worry too much about that. If it does get a little bit sore, then you can always rest your legs down. That's totally fine, and just come back to it when you're ready. Take one final breath here. Exhale now, bend the knees into your chest, hug your knees in, and then just rocking gently from side to side, massaging your lower back. And now we're going to rest in Shavasana. Shavasana is the resting position. Hands are facing up. Extend your legs. It's what we do after every yoga practice to allow the body to reset and allow your mind to center. Closing your eyes. Soften your breathing. And just observe the details in your body. So starting from the bottom of your feet, observing your toes, observing your ankles, drawing your awareness up the shins to your knees, and now just observing your thighs, observing your tummy, feeling the rise and fall of your belly with the breath, observing your shoulders, observing your hands, let the fingers relax. Allow your head to soften. Allow yourself to slowly sink down with gravity and just letting go. Free your mind to observe and let go.
I don't wanna care.